Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another podcast episode, and we got a lot to discuss. So earlier this week, a few days ago, Criminal B was exposed for being an industry plant by CHÄŁ0Ė. Okay, he said that the industry was trying to replace Nickiminaj with Cardi B. Unfortunately, they failed. They weren't able to do that. They did try by fudging her numbers and not letting her win certain awards, giving Cardi B a scammy before giving Nicki Minaj, even though Nicki Minaj has a way better catalog than Cardi B. But unfortunately, Cardi B's fan base is not as big as Nicki Minaj, and they're not as loyal. And I believe that the industry is gonna push Cardi B out because she could not replace Nicki Minaj, and they are going to try to push her out and have Ice Spice be her replacement. Is this karma for Cardi B? Okay? Because I do believe that Cardi B, the puppet, the industry plant, did know that the industry was trying to push Nicki Minaj out, because CHÄŁ0Ė isn't the first person to openly talk about this. If you guys remember, Jessica Wu, who is on Wild 'N Out, she's like an influencer, talked about the agenda against Nicki Minaj and how evil the industry was, and Cardi B went at her. Okay, they got into it on social media.
Like, I'll give you an example, and this is me spilling tea. I'll never forget, years ago, 4 years ago, I met someone that was on Cardi's team back in 2017. And they literally told me, like, this is something that was told to me, that, yeah, like, putting Cardi out, our goal was to knock Nicki out.
Whatever is hidden in the dark always comes to light, and now Cardi B is finally getting exposed. See, CHÄŁ0Ė wasn't the first to say it. It's just that Jessica Wu, y'all didn't care when Jessica Wu or when I said it. And I told you guys years ago that they were trying to push Nicki Minaj out for the untalented crew. Even Nicki said it, okay? Nicki said in the song No Flag, I heard the labels trying to make another me. Okay, she said that in No Flag, and y'all clowned her. Okay, but when CHÄŁ0Ė says it, oh, it's facts. But people are also saying, well, is Nicki Minaj an industry plant? Because, people believe that Nicki Minaj was here to replace Lil' Kim. Okay, so it's twofold. So Nicki replaced Lil' Kim, Cardi B replaced Nicki Minaj, or was trying to replace Nicki Minaj, was very unsuccessful. And then Ice Spice has replaced Cardi B. So now the replacements are getting replaced. But I definitely don't believe that Nicki Minaj was here to replace Lil' Kim. People forgot that Lil' Kim wasn't even relevant musically when Nicki first came out. When Nicki first came out, stepped on the scene and started making a buzz, Lil' Kim just got out of jail, okay? Because she thought she was a thug and wouldn't snitch on her criminal friends, okay? She should have been like Star Brim and Gunna. She wouldn't have to go to jail for a year, okay? She should have snitched like Gunna and Star Brim, and then, she wouldn't have been basically pushed out the industry. But I don't think Nicki was really here to replace Lil' Kim, because at the time, Lil' Kim was not hot. Okay, she wasn't making noise musically because she wanted to be part of a gang. And there's really no shade. She chose that over her career. She always chooses men over her career. That's why she started bleaching. She started getting all this surgery. She always put men before her career. So to say that, Nicki Minaj is an industry plant is just stupidity, okay? Now, Nicki Minaj has been nominated for 4 categories at the 2023 MTV EMAs, Best Artist, Best Hip Hop, Best U.S. Act, Best Fans, aka the Barbs, okay? So congratulations to the Queen. Now, I hope Nicki attends, this year's EMAs. One, MTV always show Nicki love, okay? They didn't turn their back on Nicki even during the hate train. And I feel like Nicki should go to the award shows that continuously show her love, okay? Forget the scammies. Forget the EBT Awards. The EBT Awards was a big flop anyway. No A-listers attended that event, per usual, because nobody cares about the EBT Awards. Okay, that's why they're the bottom tier award show, especially in the Black community, unfortunately, because they are trash. And I feel like more artists should show love to the award shows that always show love to you. Same thing with Queen Bee. It makes no sense for Queen Bee to always get snubbed at the scammies, but go to the scammies anyway. She goes to the scammies all the time, but she don't go to the Video Music Awards. She don't go to the AMAs. She don't go to the award shows that show her love, but she go to the scammies because she only cares about validation from the scammies, even though they have snubbed her Album of the Year several times, and I hope they continue to snub her in the future. Now, moving on to D0NÖ and Megan Thee Stallion. Now, the thotties are debating why was Flopazine called a flop. And she did, I think, 63,000 total, Megan. And I think it was 8,000 in pure sales. And D0NÖ did less in pure sales, but she did almost like 10K more than Megan Thee Stallion, which is not saying much considering that she went number one. Okay, she did 1 billion streams. She broke all these records. Traumazine didn't break a lot of records. So people are calling out the double standard. And I'm going to tell you why they're both a flop. Okay? First, Megan released the album the same day as Super Freaky Girl. So she had a lot going up against her. You had, the pop hit. Even though to me it's hip hop, the scammy said that it was pop. And the Barbs supporting, one of the biggest records of 2022. And then on top of that, Megan doesn't really have a label that likes her. I mean, she did portray Carl, and basically, turned on him for Devil Nation. So, of course, they're not going to give her a push. Doja Cat has the best payola in the game. So, of course, they weren't going to let her do 50, but they know damn well nobody would believe that she would do 100K. Okay? Especially with them 6K pure sales. That's ridiculous. Now, Doja did receive some EMA awards. The Town Is Dead got nominated for Best Song, but we already know they're going to give that award to the Chart Obsessed Racist. Okay? Even though she don't really deserve it. She was also nominated for Best Artist, which, Doja doesn't deserve. To me, I feel like if we're talking about Best Artist, it needs to go to SZA or Nickiminaj. But I'm sure the Chart Obsessed Racist will win that award too. And then also she is nominated for Best Music Video. Okay? So let me know how you guys feel about that. I feel like that should definitely go to Kill Bill by SZA. But I'm sure the Chart Obsessed Racist will win that category too. Moving on to Nicki Minaj and Queen Radio. So basically, Amazon is discontinuing their app, AMP, where, Queen Radio is on. So Queen Radio will no longer be on AMP. People and the fans are finally able to delete the app. I know I'm happy to delete the app. I couldn't stand AMP. I didn't understand why Queen Radio was on AMP. Because AMP is trash. What Nicki Minaj should do is try to get a Spotify Queen Radio. You know what I'm saying? Or, do something on her own. I feel like Nicki has enough money and resources to create her own app. She doesn't really need to go on another platform. Okay? But it's probably going to cost her. An app ain't cheap. But I feel like it would be worth it for a Nicki Minaj, okay? She'll be making money off the app that she creates. And then on top of that, she'll be calling the shots. You know, when she was on Apple, the reason why Queen Radio left Apple is because they didn't like how she was calling people out on that show. Because Apple and Ebro and, you know, the other execs, they have a good relationship with, you know, Cardi B and, you know, Leor and Purdy Chicken, who she has called out on Queen Radio on Apple. So that's why they never renewed her contract, because they did not like the fact that she was calling out people that they do business with. So with that being said, I think Nicki should make her own app, you know, her own Queen Radio app, where she can kind of control the shots. And that's how I feel about it. Now, moving on to Nickiminaj. So she talks about, you know, her next album and how she basically is shelved, but she indiscreetly says it. Let's take a listen.
How soon after an album do you start thinking about the next album?
Oh, I'm almost done with my next one.
When?
Like within the month. Within the next month, I'll be done.
And then when can we expect it?
Whenever God and my label wants it.
So do you take any lessons from debut album? Is there anything that you took from that experience and applied to this one?
No. Just beat it and make better music.
Now, Nickiminaj know damn well that Parkwood Entertainment, Queen Bee, do not want her second album. Girl, you sold 10K your first week and 0 in per sales. They made nothing off that album, okay? Do you think Queen Bee really cares about your second album? She don't even care about the first one. She got Blue Ivy performing with her on stage. Blue Ivy probably gonna win another Scammy before you put out your second album. Blue Ivy gonna have a show full of Scammies before Chloe gets a push. No shade. So I don't even understand why she worried about the second album. Like, girl, the first one flopped. You need to get back with your sister. Queen Bee, Columbia, they do not care about that album. Parkwood Entertainment don't care about that album. She wasting her time. I hate to break it to you. Sorry, Clovers, but Chloe's being delusional. Talking about she working on her second album's almost done. Why are you wasting your money? Okay, no shade. I love Chloe, but she needs to just take the Zendaya route and just do acting. Queen Bee's never going to let you thrive. Okay, I hate to tell you. Okay, but I've been right when I told y'all that Queen Bee is going to have Blue Ivy take the throne. Y'all laughed. Y'all said I was reaching. And look at what Marianne flopping. It is what it is. Now, moving on to Messy Red. Not Sexy Red. Messy Red. She retweeted, probably will unretweet, Papoose, Better Than Me. I would have dated the girl Remy shot because Remy Ma has been cheating on Papoose with a battle rapper named Easy the Block Captain. Now, do I think Remy Ma is right for cheating on Papoose? Absolutely not. I mean, this man wrote a diss record to Nicki Minaj, a 7-minute diss record he wrote for you, okay? He loved you before your BBL, when you was looking a hot, stinking mess, and you could not dress for your life, okay? And you was kind of built weird. He loved you for you. He loved you when you was in the clink for 7 years. Okay? He loved you before Titanic paid you $250,000 to diss Nicki Minaj. Okay? But you wrongfully took. Now, did the diss record and taking the money ruin your career? Yes. But he still wrote the diss record because you were told that you were going to be the queen of rap, which was false. You will never be the queen of rap. You know, they'll never have a dark-skinned woman be the queen of rap in the industry. So, you know, Remy was very delusional for thinking that. You know, no shade. But, you know, that's what you was told. Okay? So, with that being said, you know, unfortunately, you were bamboozled, but you should stick by Papoose because he's been through a lot with you. Okay? I know you was fed a dream by Titanic Records, wrongfully, because you thought you was going to take the throne. They'll never have a dark-skinned woman take the throne in rap. That's why Lil' Kim had to bleach. She was told to make herself lighter skinned. And then Biggie was abusing her. So, unfortunately, that's what they tell the girls in the industry. So, to me, Remy's just wasting her time, messing around with this guy. Easy the Block Kid looks exactly like Papoose. He's not better than Papoose. Papoose is a good guy. Didn't respect the diss record, but, him standing beside you, even though you're kind of lame, that's a W, okay? No other guy is going to treat Remy as good as Papoose. There's nobody going to treat her better, okay? She need to stick beside him. But Sexy Red retweeting that was unnecessary, okay? She didn't have to do that. That was kind of messy. Now, there has been some speculation that YG and Sweetie have broken up because they have unfollowed each other on social media. First of all, Sweetie's a bird. I mean, how many rappers can you date? Okay, you dated Lil Baby. You were sneaking around with him. You messed with Quavo. You allegedly smashed Off the Cheat, which I don't fully believe. I believe that it was Sweetie's friend, but Sweetie don't mess with Cardi B, so she's not going to debunk the accusations. Plus, Sweetie, is like a 10 compared to Cardi B. Like, Sweetie is so beautiful. You can't even hate on, the way she looks. She doesn't look botched. Her surgery is probably one of the best in the game. Not the best, but one of the best in the game. And even before the surgery, when she was messing around with Justin Combs and Keith Powers, and allegedly Michael B. Jordan, she was still pretty, okay? But Sweetie kind of thought, like, every few months, every year, you got a new man. You're getting ran through. And the thing is, a lot of these men don't really claim you. Justin Combs claimed you, and Quavo claimed you, okay? We don't really care about Keith. But Lil Baby smashed, hit it and quit it, gave you $100K in Dash. YG also did the same, and Off the Cheat basically did the same if he did hit, which I don't really believe, but if he did, that's still an L, okay? Because then you was kind of like a mistress, because he was with Cardi B. But with that being said, I think Sweetie should take a break. You don't want your coochie to get worn out too fast. I understand that you're 30, but you don't want to get that coochie worn out too fast. I think she should definitely take a break from dating the rappers. Okay? And people are saying, oh, well, they canceled the tour. That tour was not selling. Who the hell is paying to see Sweetie and YG, okay, in concert? Please. Sweetie, the one that sold 2K first week for an EP. Please. Stop it. Nobody cares about that. So, like I said before, Sweetie, give that coochie a break. Now, Rihanna finally pops out after giving birth to her second child, Riot. And she popped out for ASAP the Colorist's 35th birthday. I'm sure she'll be pregnant in the next few months or so. Another way to stall her next album that she really don't want to put out. But, she looks good. I like the brown or blonde. Is giving talk that talk era. Okay, kind of. People are saying that she snapped back. I mean, you really can't tell because of the way Rihanna dressed. She dressed so strategically. That's why she's a fashion icon. A lot of these girls need to take notes. When she gains weight, she covers up her stomach very strategically. And she always wears like corset type of clothing or clothing that makes her stomach look smaller. So that way you won't be able to tell that she gained weight and she really didn't lose much. Okay, and I'm not expecting Rihanna to snap back quickly unless she gets surgery. Okay, but she does look good. You have to give it to her. She does look good. But ASAP the Colorist doesn't compliment Rihanna's looks at all. Like, he dressed, like, super tacky all the time, okay? Them pearls or, you know, the clips in his hair look trash. He's not a fashion icon. He dressed very tacky, very ghetto. And that's why his career is in the toilet now. And Rihanna has to basically be seen out with him so he can get any type of money. That's why he has to do club bookings, you know, at his big age, performing at movie theaters and, you know, headlining festivals where nobody really come to see him because, you know, Rihanna basically is the star in that relationship. And there's really no shade. But Rihanna looks good. You got to give her her 10s. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next video and have a great day.